Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast, where we BS about sports. Sorry, my voice is a little silly. I'm still sick, but we'll get through it. P's not here. He's still at work, so we're just doing it without him. So let's get into it. We had some preseason games, boys.
We did very first week of preseason. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Football is in full swing.
We do have actual football, so that's nice.
Kind of.
There is
and after about 5 minutes, you realize, God damn it, this
yeah, I know, right?
Like You're this is so what we've been waiting for.
Like, all right, yeah, this is
not as fun when it doesn't mean anything.
You know, I guess we can talk about the Chiefs first because that's what let's just do that. Okay, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't look great, but we also how many times are we gonna actually give it to CEH 4 times in a row? Probably not our game plan going into the season is all I'm saying. Our defense, on the other hand, they got handled.
Don't take anything away from that. They didn't play any number one that game. It's not even game planned. They were playing soft cover 2 the whole time they were out there, and it wasn't really even.
There were some blitzes they threw away from that they did all right adjusting to, but
yeah, but it was all base level.
True.
Glorified scrimmage.
Preseason stuff.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't take anything away from that from the first teams.
No, but some of our young guys out there got burnt a little. Definitely, it's hey, it happens. Preseason, learn from it. Things we are excited though, wide receivers.
Yeah.
So, Richie James, looking good, as well as Justin Ross, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
so excited to see them in an actual game
in the best way possible. We learned absolutely nothing about the receivers, or what the receiver room is going to look like.
Yeah,
sure.
Because all the young guys came in and showed out. Even Nico Remigio,
who I was like, wait, there's a Remigio,
yeah,
in there, and he looks pretty good too.
That insane catch he made up the right sideline. It's
stupid, man. People are going to be taking whoever we cut, another team is going to pick up.
Oh yeah, they're not going to,
for sure.
They're not going to.
Got to cut one guy. We can't carry 8 wide receivers.
Oh no, there were so many bright spots out there though. Danny Shelton looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's apparently he still looks like a monster, but I guess he's cut some weight.
Okay, yeah.
And he played really well. Both of our new tackles were fantastic.
They did look.
Donovan Smith in particular.
We didn't see a whole lot of them, but
Donovan Smith got 9 snaps, I think, and just it was night and day difference between him and Orlando Brown. It really was. But,
he could hold his own, is what you mean.
No, and more than hold his own. There's a particular play where he took the defensive end and just smashed him, pancaked him and pushed him back across the line and pancaked him. It was pretty nasty.
Hey, there you go.
But yeah, they both looked great.
Squeaky chin.
Bouchel,
why? He made some good plays.
Yeah,
I do not like from Shane Bouchel. I don't understand why another team hasn't come picked him up. See what he can do. I get it. He plays against third stringers most of the time, but
this is what, year 4 for this is year 4 for Bouchel.
3? I thought it was 3. Maybe it's 4.
3 or 4. Man, if he's not the second stringer yet, like
Andy likes his veteran backups. You know what I mean? He likes the guys who are a
We
little
have
more
a veteran
seasoned.
backup.
They've been around. They know multiple playbooks, and they've seen all the defenses. And you know what I mean? Like Andy, Andy doesn't like a young backup who's unproven and untested. You know, imagine if that guy had to go in a playoff scenario, like fucking.
I
and he
agree.
had
So
to.
why is he on the roster? Like, why
Sure,
would?
you need you're gonna need to carry.
And not only that, like Andy Reid's been specifically protecting this dude on the practice squad, like keeping him other
Because
teams.
he's good,
So
but he
what?
just doesn't want to, like, have to rely on him in really important situation. Because he's unproven. That's it. Otherwise, I think he definitely sees all the potential in the world in the guy. Why he's kept him around. And I'm surprised another team hasn't tried to get us some.
Keep advocating for him when he takes Justin Ross's roster spot.
They're giving teams an extra spot. For
What?
QBs. Isn't
No.
that the rule change?
No.
Yeah.
It just doesn't count against the game day roster.
Yeah.
It still counts against the 53.
Nah. NFL extra QB rule. Third quarterback can be placed in an inactive roster spot where he would not use a spot on the 53-man player active roster. So, like, you got a guy. If you have to an emergency situation, you got a guy.
Listen, man, we're not the 49ers.
I know, but you never know, man. You don't want to be the 49. Like, if you're in that situation, imagine if they had a Shane Buechele in that situation instead of fucking Christian McCaffrey trying to
Hey, our roster is full of fucking ex-quarterbacks. Full of them.
I have seen. Look, I know.
If it gets
Travis
down to third
Kelce.
string, we're
Travis
fucked.
Kelce threw a touchdown in the playoffs. Well, Travis Kelce also threw an interception one time.
Shane Buechele's not winning us a Super Bowl. So what are we talking about here?
Well, but he maybe can, like, lead you down like a
He saved us
drive.
from being
He
a
didn't. You
9-win team instead of a
They
10.
weren't asking for a Super Bowl. They were asking for an NFC championship. It's a little different.
No,
So,
that shit wasn't going to happen either.
man, I'm just telling you, you'd rather have a Shane Buechele out there, a guy who can maybe do something. If you have the offensive mind of Kyle Shanahan, like, all you need is a guy who can get the ball at least 10 yards down the field.
If
That's
Shane
it.
Buechele ever gets in a real game, he never throws the ball.
You don't know. You
Guaranteed.
don't know. You don't know because you haven't seen it. You haven't been put there.
I have. I watched the fucking whole game of him throwing. It was not great.
It's fine. He's been fine.
He made one good play where he did a
We've
little.
talked about Shane Buechele far too long. I think he could be a fine backup in this league.
Hey, if you want to make him our number 2, make him our number 2. But
I think he could be a fine backup in this league. That's all
I don't
I'm
want
saying.
to carry 3 when he's never going to.
Let's move on to a team we hate, the Broncos. They looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. On that offensive line, at least. Man.
Yeah, looked real great. Jerry
Russ
Jeudy
doesn't-
dropping balls, Courtland Sutton dropping
Right.
balls.
It's hard for Russ to look bad when his offensive line is, just like not giving him any hope in the world. Like, dude, anybody be bad with that up?
I don't know. He was still making terrible decisions out there. That, yeah, it was. He had a play where he just chucked the ball up.
Let him cook, baby.
I think Courtland Sutton kind of quit on that play on him too.
A little bit, but yeah, he definitely. It didn't look great for him.
In the how the Raiders beat up the fucking Niners yesterday.
I mean, come on, again.
The Broncos be staring at 4th place. Oh God.
It's preseason. None of the good teams are trying to give anything away in preseason, right? Like the Chiefs, they ain't trying to give anything away right now. They're a well-oiled machine. Okay.
Yeah, see, the Broncos are not that though.
They're
Like,
not.
They're just trying to execute.
Trying to figure it out.
Plays.
Trying to figure it out. How about the spicy drama with Sean Payton and the Jets? And how awesome that is.
Everybody's looking forward to week 5.
Dude, I love it. He's just like, No,
I think the Jets are going to stomp their asses. I really do.
those floppy hats. What are they? The what
Bucket
hats?
hats.
The bucket hats. Sorry. No bucket hats. And then that fucking
Bucket
picture.
hats, sunglasses,
Sunglasses.
And no on-field interviews.
Right. Don't take your jersey off. Even when you're done in the preseason game, you got to keep your pads and jersey on. And it just shows like a Jets player doing the exact opposite, right?
Sean
So-
Payton's going to 100% yell at the Broncos anytime they celebrate after a win if they get one.
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it there in Denver.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good time in Denver this year.
People complaining about Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then you got Sean Payton.
I do like that all of our old players came to EB's defense.
Yeah.
They're basically like those players are being bitches. They need to get the asses whooped. Because look how terrible you've been.
No, say, do you want to be a Mahomes or do you want to be a Shady McCoy? What kind of player do you want to be?
Like you've had like a top 20 offense like once in the past like 5-6 years. Like don't wait, hey, what about the Eagles? They're
What'd they do?
their young pass rusher. Why am I not thinking? I'm blanking on his name.
That was Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. His first snap, fucking.
Yeah,
Was
he
it a sack or was
they were-
it almost a sack? Almost. I think he got the quarterback got the ball away, but just threw it away. Had to throw it away.
yeah, he just went right by the lineman. They did an interview with him after that, and he said he's been watching tape of that dude for a month. Like figuring out how to beat him. So he just smoked him off the line on the first play. So I was like, well, okay.
All right, cool. The Eagles just got themselves, like a potential first overall talent, right? Because he was maybe going to go first overall until the car racing incident. And they got him at 10, right? 9 or 10. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So just what everybody needed the Eagles to be better, huh? Letting it happen. But that's yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because the NFC's hot garbage, but
Well, I mean, the Cowboys might be okay. And
until the playoffs.
Okay, the Giants could be okay as well. Like the
Until the
Eagles are in a
playoffs.
tougher division. At least if you look at last season, anyways, right? There are 3 playoff teams that came from that division. That's a tough division. So,
Cowboys are gonna have a top 5 defense.
Cowboys defense looks very solid.
Dude, that corner pairing, Jesus Christ. Diggs and Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. Hurts is gonna have to run a lot because he can't throw against that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Daniel Jones too. So I mean, there are 2 quarterbacks that know how to run, and they're gonna have to do it a lot against some Cowboys.
And you're running away from Micah Parsons.
Yeah, so it's not easy to run. Good for them boys, I guess. How about the young QBs around the league, right?
Yeah.
We've got all those rookie QBs. Some look better than others. Trey Lance, we see is that train's coming to an end. I think everybody's like, all right, we're done with this one. Suspicions of Kyle Shanahan, maybe sneaky. What's
Man, like
going on there?
sent him out there with second and third stringers.
Huh?
Like, what are you doing? And I heard another interesting point today is like how if this really does end up as Trey Lance as a bust, how do Shanahan and John Lynch both survive that? Because look at what they gave up to get him.
You keep making it to like AFC Championship game, like, and maybe to a Super Bowl. Like if that's how you overcome that.
I don't know, man. That's
how you overcome.
If you look at all the players that were drafted immediately after
until they stop like making deep playoff runs, like they ain't going nowhere.
I mean, good. I'm all for other teams being mediocre. They can keep
We'll see
doing.
him in the Super
Like,
Bowl
like I
again.
said, man, I think like Patrick Mahomes really broke a lot of people's brains, and everybody went out and immediately started looking for the running quarterback who could throw a little bit.
Well, that's not
Because
even
because that's what they pigeonholed Mahomes into.
what I mean. They the rocket on. No, Mahomes just has that.
Everybody tried to go and get one. Nobody's found it,
That's true. That's true.
and they go and make ridiculous deals to try and get that because they think they found it.
Also true. But hey, uh, some of the okay. Look, some of them look all right.
Anthony
Young looked
Richardson
okay,
could be good.
and Anthony Richardson, right? Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. These guys looked pretty good. I think.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson looked like he could be another Hurts Fields running 1,000 yards, this season. Like
I mean, he could. I don't know if the rest of the offense around him is going to support that this year.
he might have to with the offense he has.
Yeah, he
around.
might have to. Yeah.
So
I mean, I think he's got a pretty decent offensive line there.
Which one?
Anthony
yeah,
Richardson.
didn't they just draft somebody? Yeah, I think around in Colts. Anyways, I mean they just drafted him. Quarterback, the young QBs that
The other two didn't look that great.
yeah. So
But again, it's preseason week 1. I don't think you can take anything away. At least with the first teams that didn't play anything but like one series.
Yes, here's mine, kiddo.
See, yeah, Anthony Richardson was pretty well protected this weekend.
I know
He
I
was
was trying to see
15% of the snaps.
but yeah, so I mean, anyway, CJ Stroud, he was playing against the Patriots. I don't know. What do you make of that? Right? You're playing against Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick just eats rookie quarterbacks alive. That's what he
Yeah.
does. He knows how to exploit your weaknesses. He's gonna make you look fucking embarrassed. Like I don't really give that much thought.
Yeah, I mean it's preseason week 1. It's hard to take anything away from it. You have no idea what kind of vanilla ass plays they were calling.
Yeah, and it looked like he got away from some pressure, and he was just getting nothing but pressured. Right, he was running for his life, going this way, that way, and there are times when he actually got away from something.
Yeah.
Other times not, because when they do just blows through your offensive line. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I just don't think the Texans or Colts really have much of an opportunity to win this year. The Panthers do, just by the nature of the division they're in. But I'm beginning to think that the Saints and the Falcons are a lot better than people think.
Saints, maybe. I'll give the Saints a shot. They can pull it together. Their defense has always been solid. Their offense needs to figure it out.
Well, the Falcons' defense was really good last year. So their offense couldn't produce anything.
Well, and they're the Falcons, man. I don't know. Like until they stop being the Falcons, I just can't believe that they're not going to be the Falcons. Anyways,
the good news is the weekend is nobody got injured.
There you go. Right. Hey, no major injuries that we can recall. I'm sorry if somebody did get injured and we're just like not.
I know somebody lost a guy to a for the season on an ACL, but it wasn't a starter. I don't think. I didn't even recognize the guy's name.
All right then.
But that was like the only one.
They're like no injuries. Okay. That's so good. We got some running backs who finally got some deals. They got all 1-year deals. So absolutely no longevity for any old
I saw that coming for Zeke.
That's a new fashion for running backs, 1-year deals.
Maybe Dalvin could get himself a 2-year, but Dalvin got himself a 1-year running back or 1-year contract with the Jets for 8.6. I think that's a good pickup for the Jets. Like stack that offense.
Oh yeah, It's getting harder and harder to say the Jets aren't going to be good.
Like, yeah.
Like,
That-
They've got nothing but fucking killers all over the field, except their offensive line.
yeah, man.
They're
That
another one.
offense, you're like, that offense has to be at least decent. And we know the defense is good. So
Yeah, if they can protect Aaron Rodgers for 2.5 seconds,
yep. It'll be hard to stop, man.
but apparently they're having a lot of trouble with that. To the
Oh.
point they're still not sure of who their first stringers are on the offensive line.
Well, that's not good. You need to figure that out.
Yeah, that's you should have that figured out by now.
You don't, yeah.
Yeah.
And then okay, we got Zeke Elliott signing with the Patriots. 1 year deal worth up to 6 million.
Yeah, good
I
for
don't know
them.
what the
Third place in the East.
yeah. Well, hey, at least he got himself another 6 mil. What?
I still think they're going to be fourth place in their division.
Look, we're not talking about the Patriots. We're talking about. I mean, I guess we
Yeah,
are. I guess we literally are. But I was just trying to say. I was just trying to talk about the contract for running back. Like, good for Zeke at least getting another 6 mil in his career. But I guess he at least got his bag the one time.
he gets to play another year.
He gets to play another year, try to prove himself so that he can get another 1 year deal next year. Same with Dalvin Cook.
Maybe that's just the reality for running backs until they can work something out in another CBA.
Something has to be done.
Mercenary running backs.
I saw a good article about for rookie running backs, especially getting paid on a lot more, like changing up the incentive base for running backs to like a
They need
percentage of your
to.
offense. So you like if you combine for this much, like this percent of your team's offensive production, you should be getting, so much in bonuses. Where a lot of times it's based off like snap count, and those guys don't always like the way it's structured. It doesn't always favor the running back, a young running back in like a 2 or 3 system offense, right? Because there's no offenses that are just running like premier young running backs. No, you're in a part of like a 3-man back
System.
yeah. But if you see guys who are like, able to do it off their offensive production, getting 1,000.
That makes sense. I mean, I think a guy like Austin Eckler deserves so much money.
Fucking crazy. Can
Like,
we sign him? Like, if they're not gonna,
Yeah, is
I
nobody
mean,
gonna
they
do it?
did. They did do it, right?
Did they give him
I don't-
money? I don't think they did.
No. I thought he took some.
Like I know Jonathan Taylor's planning on reporting to camp, but he's doing like a hold in because Esau's a mid.
Eckler has 1 year remaining on a 4-year,
Oh, so he's still there for another year.
$24 million deal with up to he that signed 20.
He wasn't a first rounder. They don't have a 5th year option.
Let's see. Austin Eckler has no. He quit. Ended his holdout because they added like 1.7 mil in incentives this year.
Oh, that's right.
So, and it was up to 1 mil in total yards. And then for another 6K for total touchdowns. I see. All right. So again, it's like more production based.
How much for 12 touchdowns?
For no, to do up to 600K for total touchdowns tier from 10 to 16. I don't know what that means.
What the?
$1 million though it's the big part of it though of that incentive is 1 million for total yards. Between 1,125 to 1,639. I don't know why it says tier. That's the
11
tier.
to somewhere between 11 and 1,600 yards.
I don't know why you wouldn't just say 11 and up.
It might
What if he
bump
gets
up.
over 1,600 yards? You don't give him that money?
Well, it might bump up after that.
I mean, you'd hope, man. Shit. But you're probably not going to get over 60. Anyways, and then another 150K for a Pro Bowl berth. There you go. But yeah, he didn't get anything long term because of course not. They're gonna use up all your good years and spit you out.
God damn it! Now we gotta see Austin Eckler and Josh Jacobs both trying to get a new contract this year.
Yeah, yeah. It's a son of a bitch. But you know what? You know what teams don't really do to beat us? Run the ball that much. So,
Yeah, we do pretty well against the run these days.
yeah, I mean, we'll even like kind of let you have it. We're like, okay, cool. You're gonna take up a bunch of clock, and you're still only gonna get like 17 to 20 points with how fucking slow your offense is.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. If somebody's found a surefire strategy to beat us, I'd
we
see it because I think they've all tried.
we'll see what happens this year. But see, I mean, Chris Jones just come back, just sign. Let's go on to Chris Jones, please. Just let's sign the guy now. All right.
He's gonna sign.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like last week I said it was hovering in the yellow. It's a little more in the yellowish to it's getting a little close to orange, my oh shit meter on the Chris Jones signing with us or not. Because there's all the reports aren't that great. But we've seen it where there's like reports of like, oh, this, Deshaun Watson's not signing in Cleveland. And then the next day, Deshaun Watson signed in Cleveland. Like you get that shit all the time.
Here's why I'm confident. Number one,
Please.
you've heard nothing about other teams reaching out. You've heard nothing about other teams, period. About a
We
trade.
told them we are not trading him. There is no trading.
The teams will, but if teams think there's a chance, if the agent has put it out there that, or because this.
I don't think Chris Jones is looking for a trade. I think he's just looking for a contract. I don't think he wants to go anywhere this year, but I think he would like to,
Okay.
You can't trade him. You can't trade him. He has to play. Like, we don't have a replacement for Chris Jones. Like, we don't, it's just not there. We don't have a pass rush without the guy, not a real one.
My other reason is if a deal wasn't going to get done, why would he still be sitting out? Wouldn't make any sense.
Why would he want to? Was he going to come back in for preseason? Like he's like, I gotta wait till the
at this point, yeah, because it's time to get in football shape.
He's in football shape. You don't think he's not?
You're not on the field playing against. You're not in football shape.
I don't. Come on.
You can be like being in shape and being in football.
We've seen guys who are like basically missed all preseason and then came in and were fucking fine.
Well, then why do they even do training camp, Sam?
Well, it's mainly for the young guys, not the Chris Joneses.
No, okay.
Okay. For everybody else, not the
well, I'm gonna
Travis Kelce and Chris Jones don't need this
every
shit.
NFL player I've ever listened to saying that football shape is different than being in shape. Anyway,
I understand that it's but you don't think Chris Jones knows how to like make his body ready for game day? Like you don't think he can do that without being at the time? I think he has the resources.
Unless he's got a guy hanging out
and
and punch him in the chest all day. No,
I think he has that shit figured out. Like I get it. I'd like him to be out there doing that a little more against,
There's things
at least in practice.
You can't simulate, man. Like,
yep, but some guys.
It's not
some guys who have had a lot of experience and get like consistent 15 sack seasons don't need all that shit. Like they got it. They know what they're doing. Okay.
All right. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is because that was from a pretty thoughtful post I read on Twitter today from Arrowhead Live, and it kind of went into the Zach Martin situation and him finally signing. But that whole point about why would he sign if a deal isn't imminent and going to get done, they're just like, this is how agents get their players more money. This is why Zach Martin got paid. Jerry Jones didn't want to give him that money, but he's like, we can't have him sitting out. And for all the people freaking out about what Chris Jones has been doing on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatnot, Chris Jones liked that post that I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
maybe I'm putting too much into that, but he seemed to completely agree with what that guy had to say.
Maybe that's negotiating tactics.
That's 100% what it is. And I really think like it's just Chris Jones just doesn't want to be a training camp.
Yeah, agreed.
He wouldn't be the first guy to do this.
Agreed. He's just like, let me chill and not come to training camp. I'll see you week 1. Or
Yeah,
like,
or he shows up this week or next, like before preseason week 3.
he does need to show up though. Come on, man.
But yeah, I mean, because again, it benefits him not at all to be sitting out right now.
No. So, all right.
'Cause
I agree,
if
but
he shows up on the last date possible, he's not going to play for week 1 or 2. He's not.
no.
And I don't think Chris Jones wants that.
He will. He'll play week. No, shut up. He'll play week.
Oh, I think he's going to play week 1 too because he's going to.
Chris Jones walking off the street is gonna be better than anybody else on our line. All right. So
No, that's a hard rule if you're not. Like he would have to. He would have to be at practice all that week.
I think he just needs to pass physical. Look, let's Chris Jones, we got it. He'll come back eventually. He'll be here and he'll be ready when he is. That's right.
Yeah.
Or at least for week 1. For week
Yeah,
1, he'll be ready.
It's a non-issue.
Should we, we're almost at the time, but Michael Orr, I think we could go touch that one quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael
That's
Orr
a crazy story.
found out that
So it's not surprising, honestly.
Yeah, with all the stuff that has come out since then of how that movie betrayed him and and then the money that he didn't get from it as well, that the rest of the family did, like the whole actual, what is their name, toy fan, where is it? Where's that stupid family name?
Oh, THUOY.
Tuohoy.
I think it's just Tui.
Okay. Anyways, Tui family. Yeah, that they did not actually adopt him. They put him under a conservatorship. Because that's pretty fucked.
Yeah, this is low key one of the more evil white people situations.
And then took all the money from the movie made about it, right? And split it amongst the 4 family members. They really did. And he came out pretty early on about that, like, not too long after that movie came out, and was like, I don't really love how they portray me. Like, it made me look like I'm dumb and like I didn't know. He's like, I knew how to play football before they found, like, I played plenty of sports before these people found me. They didn't just like teach me football and
they act like this dude was living in the woods in a cave.
He was like, he was basically already a college prospect by the time
George of the Jungle bullshit.
They got to him. Like, it was a complete fucking character assassination, basically.
Again, I know I claimed that a lot of times. I knew something, but man, this is why I never watched that movie. The whole story sounded sus from the start.
You're like, this is.
I was like, I'm not an investigative reporter, but I'm
some white savior ass bullshit here. I'm not falling.
Yeah, it was all just really.
I fell for it. I was like, oh, this is so great, you guys.
Yeah.
But I guess that does it.
Yeah.
I guess that wraps it up.
We did.
Like, comment, and subscribe, like P would say.
Yeah. Comment, subscribe, like, share, people.
Hopefully next week we'll football talk in depth because we'll have more starters to talk about.
We didn't even touch on Messi this week.
Oh man.